Guys, welcome to Trafford Golf Centre here in Manchester. In response to a question on YouTube from Ian asking the best way to build a one-plane golf swing, I'm going to build it up into a series of videos, and in part one we're going to start with the setup. So stay tuned to Jed Walters Golf TV so you can see the best setup to take to build your one-plane golf swing. Right guys, so we're going to start with the grip. So when we're taking our grip for our one-plane golf swing, the one thing that we want to do is feel like we've got it a fraction more in the fingers of the left hand. So if I open my hand out here and pop the club down, we can see that my fingers run underneath the handle there, and then from there I can put the top of my hand on the grip there so that my thumb runs down to the right of the center of the grip. The V between my thumb and my index finger points up towards my right shoulder, and if you look closely you can see 1, 2, possibly 2.5 knuckles there on my left hand. So if I was to mark this out, so 1, 2, if I put another one there, 3. If I set that down there now, when we look down at the grip, you can see 1, 2, and a little bit of that one there, so 2.5 knuckles on that hand. Okay, so from that point there, we've got the club in the hands in a slightly strong position, a little bit stronger than what we would call a neutral position. That's going to encourage the club face to rotate a little bit more naturally through the impact area. So in the handle, on the fingers underneath, hand on the top, 1, 2, 2.5, no more than 3. Yeah, if we go more than 3, hands in there, and then you're going to restrict your amount of hinge upwards with the wrists, but also the club face is going to be massively closing over, so it can cause a few other issues. So we've got grip 1, 2, 2.5 from when I look down. Right hand just goes on palm facing, so the palm is in there facing the target, just in there, closing my hand around in, and now I've got perfect grip, ever so slightly stronger than neutral. Nice position. Club face I've got, once I've taken, as always we've got to make sure the club face is square to target when we put our hands on, so club face in a good position there. If I just turn around this side here, so you can see my right hand comes on, my palm facing the target, so it's facing you guys there, and just folding it around and in position there. So there, now we've got a great start point, a great grip to build the rest of the setup for our one-plane golf swing. Right guys, so now we've built our grip, we need to take the rest of the setup. So we need to move from our width of stance, ball position, weight distribution, and then also the posture and the tilt and the forwardness of the spine. So we're going to start now with weight distribution. I'm just going to pull a ball over here for a second. So if I have my ball in position here, just going to move those out of the way. There we go. So from here, my ball position, I'm going to put a stick down there so you guys can see it right through the feet as well, in there. So we've got ball position coming in for our width of stance. So grips on, 1, 2, 2.5 knuckles of that hand there, right hand's on palm facing. Now the width of stance wants to be shoulder width apart. We don't want to go too wide because then it's going to restrict our rotation. The wider we go, the more we've got to stretch and lean across to make our rotation. So we want to be shoulder width apart. So if I was to stand here and I put this club just on the edge of my shoulder, it's going to run down a straight line pretty much down to the center of my feet. Same on this side. So again, I'm going to be pretty much straight line down center of my feet, so I'm shoulder width apart. Now from being shoulder width apart with my feet, my ball position, as you can see from here, is ever so slightly forward of my central point. So if I've got my central point there, ball position is slightly in front of it. So 1, 2, 2.5 knuckles on my left hand, with shoulder stance is shoulder width apart, ball position slightly forward of the central point. Now from here I want to feel like my weight is 50-50 split between left and right legs, and not only a 50-50 point there, but I want to feel that it's balanced and positioned over the laces of my feet in here. So I'm not too far forward balls of my feet where I might tip over. I'm not too far toward the ankle and the heel where I might fall backwards. I want to be right across. If you wear a golf shoe with saddles on or stripes on, right across the saddle part of the shoe, the laces of the shoe, or the stripes on the shoe there. So we feel very, very set and ready to make a nice balanced motion in both directions. So grips on with the stance, ball position's good. I've got my weight distributed nicely and evenly over the laces of my shoes here, and now I've got to take my spine tilt. So if I put the club here right against my hips and I tilt forward there, now if I don't tilt forward enough, my club's just going to go massively very, very, very low, or alternately then I'm going to be encouraging myself to pick it up a little bit steeper. So I want to tilt myself forward. So if I come on this side here now, we've got our setup position, stance, ball position, weights distributed nice and evenly. So if I tilt forward my spine, you can see the angle I'm tilted on here. You can see now that I've got my weight is distributed here, right over this laces portion, knees flexed a little, but my spine is tilted. There, you know, what would it be there? I don't know, maybe 30-35 degrees, something in that region. So I'm tilted forward here, and now I've got my setup perfectly ready to start my one plane backswing from there. So key points: grip, left hand for a right-handed player is 2.5-3 knuckles. If you're a left-handed player, it's that I'm saying there on the right hand. With the stance, shoulder width apart. Ball position there is with my 8 iron. If I've got a club which is a little longer, so if I get 3 iron out here, my ball position is then going to move a little further forward than the central point. It's almost in the center of the front half of my stance. Central point in there. If I've got driver, it's going to be there, right on the instep in that position there. So there's the main 3 areas of ball position. Stance shoulder width apart, weight distributed 50-50 between left and right, and over the central point of the feet, over the laces of the feet, and then spine tilted forward maybe 35-40 degrees, maintaining that tilt position there. Now we're set, we can make our one plane backswing. So that's part 1. Part 2 is going to be the backswing. So we'll be in our position ready to go through the stages to the top of the backswing. Guys, thanks for watching. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel, plenty more videos there. As I also to catch the rest of this series going forward. You can also follow me on Facebook and on Twitter, and I'll see you guys again soon.